Now, today's lesson. We are going to look at the types of rocks. Rocks are classified into three main types, and we are going to base our classification on how they are formed, that is the mode of formation. So through how rocks are formed, rocks can be classified into three main types or groups, which are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Don't forget, we said we have classified these rocks based on how they are formed. So first we're going to look at igneous rocks. Igneous rocks, or igneous, is from the word ignis, which means fire. So igneous rocks are rocks formed from fire. Which fire are we talking about? We're talking about magma. Remember, in a previous lesson, that is volcanoes, we talked about magma, which is formed within the earth crust. When this magma cools and solidifies, they form rocks, and that type of rock is known as igneous rocks. So now let's look at igneous rocks in detail. When we talk about igneous rocks, they are rocks formed by the cooling and solidification of magma ejected from within the earth. Now we're going to look at the formation of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are formed when magma or lava cools and solidifies within the earth crust or on the earth's surface. And I hope you remember the difference between magma and lava. We said magma is formed within the earth crust, and when that magma comes to the earth's surface, the name changes to lava. So the magma, which results from high temperature and pressure within the earth crust, forces itself towards the earth's surface through cracks. As it comes into contact with lower temperature, as a result of the existence of air, it cools and solidifies to form a rock known as igneous rock. If the magma cools before reaching the earth's surface, it is known as intrusive igneous rocks. That is the rocks formed when magma does not reach the earth's surface. And if the lava cools and solidifies on the surface of the earth, it is termed as extrusive or volcanic igneous rocks. So now let's look at an illustration of how igneous rocks are formed. Now this is our magma chamber, and you can see the magma rising through the cracks here, through the vent. So if this magma does not reach the earth's surface and it cools and solidifies within the earth crust, it forms what we call intrusive igneous rocks. However, if the magma is able to come to the surface, the name changes to lava. So if this lava cools and solidifies, they form volcanic rocks or extrusive igneous rocks. So we have some examples here. You can see intrusive, we have the porphyry, we have the pegmatite. Then when you talk about the extrusive, that is the ones formed on the surface of the earth, we have the rhyolite and we have the basalt. So this is how we can explain the formation of igneous rocks. When the rocks are formed within, they are called intrusive igneous rocks, and when they are formed on the surface of the earth, they are called extrusive igneous rocks, and they are all formed as a result of the cooling and solidification of magma.